Hey folks, Chris here. Welcome to the third installment of Watch It in the Dark video series. Today we are going to be taking a look at a recent lemon. 2019's Verotika is the directorial debut of the heavy metal music artist Glenn Danzig. As a huge Danzig fan, I was really looking forward to this release, but little did I know. If you think that we're going to be in for a treat, such as with Rob Zombie's House of 1000 Corpses or with The Devil's Rejects, think again. But be sure to stay tuned for next Friday's release, as Matt Evenson is going to take over the green screen. Based upon Danzig's Verotika, he adapted 3 stories into this anthology, which should have ended with the opening score. You either love or hate Danzig. His music is not for everyone, but anyone who has a taste for film is going to hate Verotika. Let's take a quick look at each story. The albino spider of Dajet focuses on a woman who is tormented by her own breasts, along with a spider-like demon man who kills at random. The albino spider's one-liners are worse than his rubber prosthetics. The second story, Change of Face, focuses on a knife-wielding stripper in LA's Skid Row who strips women of their faces. The only thing good about this one was the stripping. The final act, Drukizha, Countess of Blood, is nothing more than the retelling of the story of the Countess Bathory, who is credited for killing over 600 girls in an attempt to bathe in their blood to preserve her own youth. Maybe she's born with it, maybe she's Bathory. For this one, be prepared to sit through 15 minutes of licking red corn syrup off of a lifeless limb. And that's the whole story. All of these tales are tied together by the narrator Morella, who is played by none other than adult film star and director Caden Cross. Caden was featured alongside Danzig in his 2015 release album cover of Skeletons. She is a multi-AVN award winner, also known as the Oscars of Porn, and also won Director of the Year back-to-back for 2018's After Dark and 2019's Drive. In addition to Caden, Danzig cast almost exclusively porn stars for this film, with some B-list Hollywood actors sprinkled in between. Neither Caden or the other smut filmers were the first to cross over to the mainstream. Marilyn Chambers of the Golden Age of Porn is famously known for Behind the Green Door in 1972 and starring alongside John Holmes in 1980's Insatiable. Marilyn was also featured in David Cronenberg's horror classic Rabid from 1977 about an unwanted plastic surgery gone bad. Despite Danzig's ambition to mainstream such top-notch X-listers, this film never had a chance. What's supposed to be disturbing ends up being a long, drawn-out comedy with scenes that never seem to end. I read a few reviews that compared Verotika to Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space and Tommy Wiseau's The Room. If you aren't familiar with either of those two films, I highly recommend watching Tim Burton's Ed Wood starring Johnny Depp and The Disaster Artist starring James Franco. Both of these films are about the making of the worst films ever made. In this case, I don't think anyone's going to be doing a making of Verotika. Well, there you have it, folks. 2019's Verotika by heavy metal artist Glenn Danzig. It holds a 1.9 rating out of 10 on IMDb. It premiered at a single theater, and then it went straight to DVD and video on demand. I'm not going to say you should watch it, but if you do, watch it in the dark.
Did you all catch that?